Oh, hey guys, how's it going? All right, let's see if we get some people here on a Saturday of a holiday weekend. I'm not sure what the feedback will be. It is kind of late, but I decided since we got a couple people already on, cool. Hey guys, if you have any questions or comments, it's just another free-form Q&A, so pretty much up for whatever. But see how this holiday edition goes. I'm not sure if we'll get a lot of people. You know, there is a holiday weekend, but also on top of that, there might be people home just due to the fact that, people can't go anywhere because, restrictions and whatnot with global issues going on. So, but let's see. That's a little. Sorry, we're just trying to get the lighting better. I don't know if that works or not, but whatever. Anyway, let's pull up the videos from this week. I think we did we did a shop update this week. That's right. I couldn't remember what the video was for Wednesday. We ended up doing fan video. I got a couple views. That's all right. Let's see what's going on for next week. I think we might be done with Corvette content for a while. I think we're oh no, we got a couple of Corvette. We got 2 weeks of Corvette videos, and we're moving into truck content. So we will have 2 weeks. Next week will be. You guys already know that we have the BC Racing coilover, so we'll have that install. You guys have already seen the 01 subframe repair video. We'll be installing that the following week. Then, like I said, we're going to be moving into the truck videos. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 truck videos. Wow. So a bunch of truck videos for a while. Then after that, we'll be into Corvette, tools, eventually the SS, and actually some more shop updates. I forgot about that. We got shop updates and then some tools and stuff. So that's kind of the upcoming videos on the channel. I've been wanting to switch the content up for a while. The truck videos do really, really well over time, just because they made millions of those GMT 800s, and people are always looking for mods, repairs, and whatnot on those. So those always do really well. Corvette videos do pretty well. The SS videos do okay. Sorry, guys, I'm thirsty. Did a bunch of test drove the Corvette today. Did a bunch of so we finished up a video for that, and then I did lawn and yard work for the afternoon. So that was kind of dehydrating, I guess. But we ended up doing it ended up only being like 80 degrees today, so it was not a hot day compared to the most recent temperatures where it's been 100. Yeah, it's been 100 degrees up until like this week, and I think it's honestly supposed to go back to 100. I'm not sure. I haven't checked the weather for the next 10 days. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Oh, great. There's 2 hurricanes in the Atlantic. Multiple systems. That should be fun. Hope we don't get. Wow, it's 66 degrees outside right now. That's amazing. It hasn't been that cold here in a real long time. So, but like I was saying, if you guys have any questions, comments, whatever, feel free to ask. We'll answer whatever we can. Uh, 10 days. Let's see what the weather. Low 80s, mid 80s, 70s. Wow. At least we're not in the 90s. 80s is still warm, but not as warm as 95 to 100. Because the problem with the South is it's not just the temperature; it's the heat index, it's the humidity. It's real humid down here, so you just get it might be 90 degrees, but it feels like 104. You know, just with the humidity and whatnot. So, all right, we got what, 2, 3 people online? 4, okay, cool. We just got a like. For the people that are just joining, if you guys have any questions, comments, updates you want, whatever, feel free to chat, enter that information, and we'll get back to you. See, we talked about the Corvette. Oh, last week, if you guys were on, we were having issues with the Corvette rubbing. I went for a test drive today, actually, on the interstate, and I think we've solved the shock length up front. I know we were talking about the adjustment of the shock length of the body, the length of the shock body. I think I got that dialed in up front. We weren't rubbing at all today. And I hit some big bumps at high speeds. Well, 80 miles an hour, that's a high speed. We hit big bumps, big dips on the interstate. We also hit bridges because North Carolina doesn't know how to pave bridges. Not the bridge itself, but the asphalt or concrete going up to the bridge and the concrete or asphalt after the bridge. They like to make ramps. So you could catch air, I guess, if you're going fast enough. But I hit a lot of those today, and we had 0 rubbing as far as I could tell. So we've dialed that in. The back of the Corvette, I'll see. I stopped and actually took pictures today. I unfortunately didn't take my DSLR. I just used my phone. I'll see if I can show you guys a picture. Gosh, when you take a lot of pictures, it's if this will focus on the, come on. Well, if you guys can see that, we've got a ton of wheel gap in the back. I might try to lower the rear coilover down another 1/4 inch. And what I mean by that is, and what I mean by that is it's not an actual 1/4 inch of ride height. It's more like a 1/4 inch of thread because you've got the coilover. It's got that threaded body in it, and we will. I think I'll adjust the rear. The problem I've noticed with these BC Racing coilovers is like you touch one corner, it kind of screws up the rest of them. So I don't know. The FOT Racing coilovers I had previously never did that. So that's just something kind of weird. So. But I think I'll try a 1/4 inch in the back, like I just showed you in the picture, that it's riding a little high. I actually had rubbing in the back, so that's kind of why I was cautious about raising it up too far or lowering it too far. Sorry, something just... my computer thinks something got unplugged, but anyway, I rubbed a hole in the back fender liner, and those fender liners are like $150 new. I haven't even bothered to look online to see if you can buy them used, but I think what I'm going to do is instead of replacing it, I think I'm just going to take a piece of thin ABS plastic. Hell, I even seen people use either a plastic or a rubber mud flap and like glue it or screw it to the inside of it so that you wouldn't see it, like where the hole is, just cover it from the inside. So take the fender liner off and fix it from the back. We might do that just because I don't really want to spend $150 on a fender liner that I could potentially rub another hole through. So that's kind of an issue. And that was that even on these coilovers? No, that was with the old coilovers. That's right. You guys might remember a couple videos ago we put the new tires on. Well, those new tires were taller and wider than the old set of tires, and that's right. We rubbed a hole through the fender liner with the old setup, so you know you could see me being worried about the new setup and not wanting to ruin another fender liner. So it's kind of why we're sitting real tall in the back. Yeah, we could. Like I said, I might fix that. I might not. I've got parts. I'm waiting on parts like right now. So sorry guys. So I'm waiting on parts. Those should be manufactured hopefully within the next week or two. I haven't heard an update from the guy. And basically I'm talking about the suspension lower bolts, the alignment, camber. Is it camber or caster? I think it would be camber. I'm not a suspension genius or suspension guru, but the lower bolts on the Corvette, they're concentric. The two on the front are concentric, and the front on the rear is concentric as well. So those all adjust, and you can mess with the camber, caster, and all that stuff. I don't think it's caster. I think it's just camber or toe. I don't know. So I'm waiting on those plates to be made, or those new bolts and new plates to be made and manufactured. So that's coming up. Oh, I have an update for you guys, kind of exclusive to the YouTube stream. The C7 seats. I contacted the wire harness adapter manufacturer. I contacted them on Thursday, I think, and the guy actually found I think he actually went out and had his own plugs molded and manufactured. Probably had them manufactured in China or wherever. But yeah, so I called him. He said he basically has half the harnesses done. He was waiting for the C7 plug to come in, because basically what that adapter does, it goes from C6 body harness, you got your wires, to C7 seat plug, and the part that he was missing was the C7 seat plug. So I think that was the part he had to get manufactured. The chair manufacturer Lear, I think they're based in. I'm not sure where Lear is based in. I think they make Porsche. They make the seats for Porsche, Lamborghini, Audi. They all like the high end, high end sports cars. That's because basically Chevrolet outsourced all the C7 seats, and I imagine they did the same thing with the C8. So Lear was the manufacturer of the C7 seat. Well, they couldn't buy that plug harness. Not even the plug, not the harness, but the actual plastic piece. The seat adapter guy I've been working with for the last few months, he had that made. So he said he should get them within the next, I think he said by the 10th of September. So next week, and maybe we'll get that seat harness sent out. Oh, and one other update on the C7 seat harness. He's actually going to have the ventilation working. I know I was trying just to get a power harness adapter. So basically it would just move the seat front and forward, front and back, side to side, whatever. But he said he's actually gotten the seat ventilation part working too. So once we get that in, maybe by October we can have ventilated seats. I know it doesn't help that it will have cooled down by then, but maybe, well, not cool down, but it'd be good boost weather. That's coming up hopefully. So hopefully if we get the seat harness, we can get the seats in. I can put that. I talked about this last week. Get the seat in. We get the interior trim panel in. We can get the racing harnesses in. We can get the rear shock hatch in. So yeah, that stupid harness has delayed like 5 projects. And no, I probably won't make like 5 different videos on that. I'll probably just make 1 or 2, kind of, get the seats in, show you, like, do a seat install and then get the harnesses in, maybe same video. We'll do something like that. I don't think there's a need to, I don't think there's a real need to make like 5 different videos off one project. So we'll probably make 2 or 3 videos if I'm thinking about that. So we've had a bunch of people sign on, sign off, whatever. If you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to ask them. I'm just kind of rambling here about parts updates. The one thing I have not heard back I need to reach out to is the lower racing harness. Because you got the shoulder harness, you got the hip harness, the submarine harness part. Haven't gotten an update on that. I need to reach out to Schroth or Schroth, however you say that. I also need to reach out to HMS. They're up in Mooresville. But yeah, like I was saying, if you guys have any comments, feel free to chime in. We're just going over updates. What else? Shop updates. We've got a couple coming. They're not super big ones. Ventilation, stuff like that. So that'll be coming up. Tool videos. Got a lot of tool videos to go through. That might be later. I don't know. But I hope you guys are enjoying your holiday weekend. I know some people are seeing family and whatnot, and some people can't. So I hope you guys are all right with that. You guys are staying safe, whatever. But yeah, I've talked for almost 20 minutes. Let's talk with you guys. If you guys have any comments, let's go. Let's start going through those, because I like hearing back from you guys. I like hearing your feedback. So what else? I'm actually going to check the comments section on the site. I kind of got one announcement. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. I haven't checked the comments in a while. I had socks in the tree. How do you install the clips? What are you talking about? Sorry, guys, I'm just reading. All right. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Oh, the white screen is giving me like stroke. Anyway. I was gonna say, Sean, you should be proud of me. I actually stopped and took pictures. Yeah, it's been running. It's just been torn apart because of suspension. So I was gonna say, I actually stopped and I'm trying to find a picture that doesn't suck. Wow, I took a lot of cracked ones. Wow, I don't like any of them. Thank you. And it was just with my cell phone. I left my DSLR at home. I just bought a what the hell's the name of it? I bought a filter on it, ND filter. I don't know what's the proper term. It's one of these. The brightness, you can make it darker or lighter. Bought one of those filters from my DSLR, not this. This actually has my GoPro Hero 5 in it. ND filter. There you go. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name. I actually haven't used this. Got a lot of money invested in it, but yeah, there you go. Yeah, I picked up one of those for my DSLR. I haven't messed with it though. But yeah, so that's kind of, I don't even know what we were talking about. Oh, the Corvette. Yeah, the Corvette's been running. I just, like, we got it tuned back in, man, March. I can't think of when we got that thing tuned, but yeah, we got it tuned. It's been running, like, that's been fine. I haven't made any changes. Wow, that light sucks. That's worse. Sorry, guys. Is it grainy for anyone? I'm just asking because, like, what's showing up on my monitor is crap. Oh, that's crap. Try moving it closer. This is what happens when you're live trying to figure out lighting. I don't know. I'm about to say screw it. Less grainy. Kind of weird. Oh, now. Yeah, no, I don't need to be glowing. All right, well, I guess that works. Yeah, the Corvette's been running. We've just been doing suspension pieces on it, coilovers. What else have you guys seen? I think the bushings video. Yeah, I think the bushing, the energy suspension bushings. I'll say this, guys. Haven't noticed much like roughness, if that makes sense. Like the car still rides similar. It's just you kind of hear everything more. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like when I was going down some highway roads today up here. No, we have a Nikon. It's kind of a dinosaur. It doesn't even have a damn audio plug. That's what pissed me off. Like, we were looking at the Nikon D3300. I think we bought the 3400, and it doesn't even have a damn audio plug on it. I'm like, what the hell? So I have a nice expensive Dead Cat and Rode video microphone, and our DSLR can't even use it, and the video sucks. I've shot with the DSLR video, and it's a big camera. It sucks. So that's why this is a webcam, but that's why the videos stick with GoPros. But what was I going to talk about? Oh, NVH, so noise, vibration, and harshness. The noise, vibration, and harshness. I haven't noticed any extra vibration. Harshness just seems about the same, but noise, excuse me, guys, the bushings from energy suspension are definitely a lot noisier. So if you're okay with some extra noise, yeah, I think you'll be all right. Now, again, I haven't gotten the car line, so you'll see that video in a couple weeks. Well, a little while, but yeah, so it drove okay. Polarizing filter. Yeah, I have one of those. DSLR for webcam. Well, that's cool, but man, it sounds expensive. I think we bought our Nikon for like eight or 900, and then I've only bought one lens for it, or the lens that came with it. So it's an expensive point and shoot. I haven't mastered the Nikon at all. Wish I had. That's the one regret I have in high school and in college was I never took a photography class. And I mean, I'm not saying a 35 millimeter, learning on a 35 millimeter camera would translate to a DSLR. But like, that's the one regret I have, is like I never learned how to take a proper photo. And I've tried watching videos and stuff, but like they just lose me. I don't know if it's I just lose interest or they go too fast, but you know, it's kind of hard not learning, you know, with an expensive camera. So, wow, we got 4 likes. That's cool. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. You know, we're freeforming tonight. The light's a little weird. It's pointing straight up, but it is what it is. All right, definitely can't do no light. The webcam does not have low light, but that's all right. What else were we going to talk about? Oh, the channel. Oh, now we got 6 people. Hey guys, we're freeforming tonight, like we are pretty much every Saturday. Not every Saturday, but most Saturdays. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to make them, and you know, we'll get back to you, or we'll answer them as good as we can, as I can. Channel update. I did some thinking, I did some digging, and if you guys don't see my videos on Facebook groups anymore, there's a reason because of that. I did an analysis over the last 365 days of data, and my Facebook YouTube videos only account for 1% of my views. So when I get roughly 45,000 views a month, I'm only getting like 400 views from Facebook. You know, that, I mean, that's a real rough number. Like, I'm only getting 400 views from Facebook. And the problem with Facebook, I found, is if your account gets locked out, so say someone reports a post of yours and they block your account for 24 hours, you don't have access to post your videos, you know, to share it with groups, share it with friends, whatever. So that's the first problem. Second problem is, you know, Facebook accounts. I don't know if you guys have seen the whole use of terms, whatever the new terminology is, the fair use or whatever they're calling it, as of October 1st. My account might get deleted. Like they basically said, like, it's in the bottom of the literature. It basically says, like, if your account has been blocked or locked for any reason, you will not be allowed to use Facebook. So I may not have an account in a month, which is fine with me. I've been hating Facebook for a while. So that would be another reason why you don't see any posts on Facebook, because I don't have it anymore. But you know, that's just something I would share with you guys. If you guys are regular, you know, looking for my videos in various threads in Facebook or whatever. Now, if someone asks a question and I have a video on that topic, I'll share it that way. I think that's pretty good interaction. But just sharing videos and shooting it across like 20 different groups. Oh, that's another thing. I guess C would be Facebook limits how many times you can share a video. So like I'm in so many like LS and Corvette, Chevy SS groups and truck groups. You know, they actually limit how many times you can post that same link. Otherwise, you have to repost it to your Facebook page, like my business page, and then share it again. It's a waste of time for, like I said, for 400 views a month. I'm not doing it anymore. I actually stopped doing it about 2 months, about 6 weeks ago, and my view counts haven't dropped at all. If anything, they've gotten higher. So I apologize for people looking for my videos through social media channels outside of YouTube. I'll still share them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, my Facebook business page, but beyond that, I'm not going to share them. Just like I said, it's not worth the time for 400 views. I know that may sound crazy to some people, but I've seen some people where they get like 90% of their views from Facebook, which I don't think that's the way you should run a YouTube channel. But that's just some behind the scenes information. I don't know if that's too personal. I don't know if you guys care, but I figured I'd share with you guys. And the other thing is message boards, which have been dead for probably 5 years. I very inconsistently share my videos there. I've got a build thread on the ChevySS forums. I've got a build thread on Corvette forums, and I've been sharing there somewhat. I kind of wait until all my videos are done and then I share them. So I get some views like that, but honestly, for like I was saying about Facebook being 1% of my views, it's just not worth it. If you guys have any feedback on that, feel free to leave it in the comments and we can talk about it, or leave it, comment on the videos, whatever. Plus, like, I have one of those channels to where I've got like 5,000 subscribers. No, sorry, almost 4,000 subscribers. And if I went to my analytics, I can't share the screen with you, but going to my analytics and let's see. So if you go to views, they used to tell you how many subscribers view and how many don't. Reach views. Sorry guys, I'm trying to filter it. And YouTube is jacked around with their alright. Alright, so for the last 28 days, just to give you a picture, 97% of my views are not subscribed. So of roughly 41,000 views, 39,200 are not subscribed. 1,100 are subscribed. So, there's, how do you say this? Taking the time to share stuff to social media, it just doesn't make sense. And you've probably seen other people complain about subscribers numbers being a BS number. And what I'm talking about that is like, you could have 200,000 subscribers and a video gets 10 views. You know what I mean? So I'm not the only person to talk about that, but I suffer the same problem that everyone else does. It's like, the views don't make sense. But we got 7 people online tonight. Hey, if you guys have any questions or comments, we're just free-forming, discussing. Right now we're talking about social media and YouTube and Facebook and whatever, and how it impacts or doesn't impact the channel. Feel free, if you guys have any questions about anything automotive related in regards to the channel, feel free to ask. But yeah, so like I said, we've just had a lot of stuff going on, and yeah, so that's pretty much where we are. I will say this: I am kind of proud. We are fast approaching 4,000 subscribers. I think we're at 38. Oh, let's go back. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so we're at 3,860. Come on. It's like when I want to go back to the main channel, it doesn't. All right, YouTube Studio, is that it? Okay, so 3,856. So, I mean, hey, for just doing weekly videos and semi-weeklies, Sean, Overpriced buckets? No. I actually just threw out 2 buckets from Lowe's that both broke. I'm looking at it. I have a bucket with a hole in it. What the hell's the point of a bucket with a hole in it? So that got tossed. No, you would laugh. But what I did do a while ago was I had a Amazon bought spray foam cannon. I bet you he buys those buckets from Lowe's, slaps his label on it. But no, I have a spray foam cannon that I bought on Amazon. It was like $10, $15, whatever. Slapped an Adams sticker on it. I was like, sweet, now it's worth $120. So that's my Adams spray foam cannon. But I will say, the guy did have some good recommendations for fans. I put those Air King fans in my shop, and man, today I just turned the ones on. Oh, for sure. Hell, you see some of these YouTubers, like I know a few channels that have their own detailing products. I'm pretty sure they're just going to Adams or whoever and saying, hey, change the color, make it this scent, and we want it to be XYZ brand. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they do that. Yeah, so those fans, case in point, today the shop was hot because I hadn't opened the doors yet. I turned the fans on. I cranked all the, I bolt checked at all the wheels. I torqued them down, didn't get hot and sweaty. Fans were moving a lot of air, and we were good to go. So I like his stuff that way. But other than that, no. But yeah, I do want to do one more mod to the shop, and that is a hose reel, like on the wall. I want to get something up. I basically have one of those real crappy hose reels that you crank from, the plastic ones from Lowe's or whatever. I would like to get a metal one mounted on the wall and call it a day, because right now it's sitting in front of my air compressor. I'd kind of like to put it next to or above the air compressor. Maybe not above, but you know what I mean, like near it, and we'd be good to go. Just get more stuff off the floor. Wow, we've got, what, 7 people in here now? That's a large amount of people. If you guys have any comments, feel free to join in. What else going on? For the people that have joined, I got a question for you. How did you find the this live stream? Did you guys get a notification from YouTube saying, hey, he's gone live? Have you, did you find, I've had some people just find my live stream, and I don't know how they got it. I don't know how the algorithm works. I don't know if it's engagement. I mean, obviously with a live stream, there's no, like keywords or anything. So I'm not exactly sure how people find it, but anyway, what else going on? I wish 2020 was over already. Yeah, that'd be nice. Wow. Sorry, guys. I'm looking through my YouTube statistics, and one of my videos I posted a while ago is doing very well. So that was the Morimoto headlight. That's done well. I was looking for. I uploaded that a year ago. Wow. Sorry guys, I'm getting deep into the statistics of YouTube, and I haven't checked those out in a while. Well, we got that airbag vid. It's got 110,000 views. That's pretty good. Yeah. Kind of wish the world was less crazy than it is right now. You know, we'd be able to go do stuff. And I'm not talking about cars and coffee or drag racing. Just, you know, go cruise the mountains. I don't know. We're all being impacted in some way, whether it's work, whether it's school, whether it's children being home. You know, I'm impacted by parts, working. Well, I work from home anyway, but just stuff like that, and just getting out and going to see people. You know, kind of miss some interaction with folks. Some folks. Sean knows who I'm talking about. Oh, what else? We talked about Facebook. We talked about Corvette. SS. Yeah, I guess we talk about the SS right now. I've had a few people ask about that. The SS will be coming back to the channel relatively soon. I'm not sure exactly when, but I've got a couple projects lined up for that. I've already got the parts. I've already got the stuff. I actually was just watching a live stream for another YouTuber about being impacted by parts. I'm impacted by that stuff. I'm pretty sure everyone is. I'm not sure how some of these performance companies are keeping up. Because, like, the harnesses, for example, for the C7 seats, I ordered those in April. It is September. You know, like, anyway, so SS project coming up. That'll be pretty soon. What else? Truck stuff. We talked about that earlier. I don't know if you guys are just joining, but if you guys have questions or comments, feel free to drop a line in the chat, and we'll interact with you. We'll reply, answer your questions as best as we can. Yeah, we got some truck videos, some truck exploration videos, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but basically taking the truck off-roading. And when I'm saying off-roading, non-paved fire roads, I guess would be the best description. We're not really mud bogging or anything crazy like that. So we got that coming up. We did that recently. Yeah. So I hope you guys look forward to seeing that stuff. What else going on? I might take the truck up to Virginia soon. There's an area I want to go explore. It's called Burke's Garden. I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's like 3 hours from here. It's not terribly far. Try to get I don't know if this will. Oh, that picture sucks. That one's worse. How can the same picture look so crappy? No, that's not what I want. Nope. Well, I don't know if that'll focus, but it's this area called Burke's Garden. It's in Virginia. I want to take the truck up there. Whoa. Sorry, guys. It's 3,000 feet. The elevation is 3,000 feet. Sorry, I'm trying to. So the elevation is 3,000 feet. It's completely surrounded by mountains, and there's only one way in. Actually, there's two ways in, but I kind of want to head up there and explore in the truck. It's something I've seen from Google Maps for years, and I've just never taken the time to go check it out. So I think with the world being crazy and not being able to go places, I think we might go check that out. I don't know how much of a YouTube video we'd make of it. Maybe just driving up there. I think literally it's like I said, so it's like a elevated plateau surrounded by mountains, one way in, and I think there's one little restaurant there. I wouldn't go eat in the restaurant, but maybe like order food to go or whatever. So I think we might see a video on that soon. I don't know yet. I haven't talked to the other half to see if she'd be interested in going. So we might do that. Now getting up there, I've seen there's a paved way and an unpaved way. I almost want to go the unpaved way, but I haven't looked into the off-roading parts of it. Like I said, we went up to Tennessee recently, and we were on fire roads for, I think it was 26 miles of unpaved roads, and we'd use a four-wheel drive a bit. It was mostly gravel dirt roads, and yeah. So I don't know if there's any interest in those type of videos on the channel. I shot it. We were going there, so I guess we'll have that out. We'll have the Tennessee video out next couple of weeks. Actually, we actually had to do I did some truck videos to get prepared for that trip, so I think we'll follow that up with a trip up to Virginia soon. So if you guys have any requests for videos, I'm always open. I'm always open to some items. I've helped a few subscribers out in the past where, hey, will a C6 Corvette wheel fit on the front of a Chevy SS? I filmed that video. Will a C7 Z06 brake caliper on the rear fit on a Chevy SS? I had one of those situations where a friend had a set of brakes. I took my car apart, slapped it on. Obviously, it didn't work. But, I'm always open for stuff like that, too. So if you guys have special requests, feel free to ask. I almost wonder if the live person count is kind of not accurate. I challenge you guys, if you're watching right now, leave a comment. I want to see if there's actually 5 people on here. Or 4 people. Whatever. I almost feel like I'm just talking to myself, and it's the YouTube algorithm's like, oh yeah, you've got 5 viewers. I don't know. I don't know how accurate the YouTube not tracking, but impressions, clicks per minute, and all that stuff. Yeah, see, that's why I don't think there's actually 5 people here. Because normally, I'll be honest, guys, if there was 5 people on here, all interacting, typing something, or I guess he'd be typing like that, I wouldn't be blah, blah, blah. Hey, Ron, thank you for joining. There you go. There's at least one person. Thank you, Ron, for joining and commenting, because I'm just trying to prove, I'm just trying to see if the YouTube person counter versus comment, if those add up. So but yeah, so like I was saying, you guys will see truck videos for a while. I've been wanting to get off of the Corvette for a while, but I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just, it's so easy to make content for it because it's either torn apart or I'm doing a big project. It's just, I don't know. It's easy to film, and it's kind of how we get suckered into, like, not suckered in. It's kind of how we line up like 5, 6, 7 videos in a row of one big project, and it is what it is. And I think I do it like this. I do YouTube as a hobby. Obviously, this isn't my main income, and I film it just to give you guys entertainment, knowledge for some people, because like a lot of my videos are not necessarily how-tos, but like they're general coverage of an install of project XYZ, we'd even call it that. So I get a lot of interaction that way. And yeah, so that's just kind of how we do it. And I hope you guys like the truck content coming up. I actually shot a few new videos for that. I worked pretty well. The truck stuff's harder to film, if that makes sense, because it's just bigger and your camera angles are just weirder, and you're standing on platforms, or I've got these little stools I stand on. So the 7 or 8 people that are on here, you want to join Ron in the conversation, feel free to type something in. The one thing I might be is you guys might be mobile, and I don't know how the chat. I haven't done that in a long time. The most live streams that I watch on my phone have already happened, so like I don't get the actual like interaction, if that makes sense. Let's see if I can join my own chat. Okay, so I just typed it in. Like you can type it. Wow, that camera sucks. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so you can just type it in right there. Okay. I guess typing in on mobile is an excuse. I was like, oh, people can't find it. I mean, it's literally on the bottom of the screen. Tell me what you guys are working on. I like to know that. I always like to see what project you guys are working on. Feel free to share. We can talk about it. Not that I'm running out of material. I could talk for hours. Yeah, that's a bad habit. If you guys saw me edit my videos, man, I would say on an average 10-minute video that I shoot is probably 40 minutes of actual film that I have to cut down and edit. I just, sometimes you just get off tangent and you start talking about something, and then you realize, oh, that's for a later video, and I've already filmed it. So it's like cut, paste, cut, delete. So I can talk for a real long time. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of, what are you guys working on? What brought you to my channel? Is there anything you guys would like to see? That's I guess that's kind of the questions that I'd ask. So if you guys have anything you'd like to talk about, feel free to share. One guy I've been helping out was a C6 Z06 owner. He has a E-Force supercharger just like I do. I think he made, I've talked about this guy, man, I forgot his name, Manny something. He ended up making like 780 horsepower or something crazy with just a 427 and a ported blower. Hey, Ron, next week, actually. Ron, you may have commented on my unboxing video. I could be wrong about that. That you just rung a bell. Let me go to the comments. I'm almost positive I saw that. All right, Ron, it was not you. It was another guy. So it won't be just the fronts. It'll be all four for the coilover install video. Basically, it's just, I only installed one corner at a time, if that makes sense. So I filmed one corner, I filmed the other corner, and that's pretty much it. They're pretty simple to install. The fronts, especially, it's 3 bolts. Well, 4 if you have to take the tie rod off. Yes, I mean, it's 1 bolt on top inside the engine bay, 2 bolts. I think they're 13 millimeter. It's actually a nut and bolt. So yeah, it's a 13 on the bottom. The top, I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I forgot. if you don't have coilovers, you have to remove the leaf springs. That will not be covered in my video. Excuse me. You have to remove the leaf springs, like I was trying to say. That won't be covered in my video because I've been on coilovers for like 6 years. Wow. No, more than that. We've been in this house for 5 years. 7 years? Damn. Yeah, time flies. Yeah, so there will not be a leaf spring removal because this is my second pair of coilovers on the Corvette. But yeah, for the shock itself, like I said, it's 3 bolts. You might want to take the front sway bar, not off, but disconnect the bolt going to the lower control arm. I'm not saying you have to. It might give you a little bit more room because all that crap kind of plugs into the same spot, if you know what I'm saying. So another thing, my install will be a little different than yours. Is I had my whole suspension torn apart, replacing ball joints, bearings, and bushings. So I kind of did mine. I took it all off the car. The only thing on the car was literally nothing. I actually removed the front subframe too. I forgot about that. But that's a whole separate project. So my car literally had no suspension in it. Ron, what brand of coilovers are you looking at, or what kind did you buy? I'm just curious because for mine, I had to adjust the hell out of the BC Racing ones. I don't know what kind of car they shipped them on. Like whatever car they mocked up those, because I have the Digressive series. Whatever car they mocked those up on to put their upper bushings you use. I'm switching to LG. Okay, good. This might sound crappy, but why are you getting rid of the LGs? Have they fallen apart? Are you going to the Digressive series? I'm just curious. Upper bushings. Let me find you those. So I use energy suspension upper shock bushings. Let me see if I have a link saved. I'm not sure. Give me a second. All right, so date. Excuse me, guys. Oh, I do. Sweet. I already got the link for you, man. Let me pull that up. Cool. I got you. All right, so that is the bushing for the shock or control. Sorry. That is the bushing for the control. It's been a long day. That is the energy suspension bushing for the upper shock mount, the upper coilover mount, whatever the hell you want to call it. That link is the upper bushing for that. I don't think you were asking about control arm bushings, upper bushings. Yeah, I think you were just asking about that. Be careful, because if you put them in the wrong way, they like to crush. I actually have to replace, well, when you buy that, if you buy that link from Amazon, you actually get a set of 4. So I've got 2 more. I got 2 backups. I actually need to take one out and flip it and see if it, because like when I tighten it down, the damn thing just went, it kind of, it's smushed. The driver's side, yeah, so the passenger side smushed. The driver's side, like, stayed normal. I don't know if that's the right term, but yeah, you should be pretty happy. Ron, I don't know if you were earlier in the chat, but the picture from the thumbnail for this chat, I actually took that today. So I went for a test drive down the interstate, and basically the car doesn't rub. I have had hellacious rubbing issues, but I'm running very large tires, very large wheels, so you may not have that issue on your 04. So I had to adjust the hell out of the height. I have not adjusted the harsher stiffness at all. So I'll say this. I think all my shocks are on the stock setting as it comes from BC. It felt kind of bouncy, but let me clarify. I've not had the car aligned, so it's the steering wheel is literally, this is your steering wheel. It's literally like that. So the steering wheel is cocked, you know, like that. I haven't had the car aligned, and it just seemed messed up. But like I said, I haven't had the car aligned at all. This was just a test drive to make sure nothing was making noises, nothing was loose, nothing was rattling. It was just a quick 10-minute ride down the interstate and back. And you know, so don't take my initial bounciness as like the final verdict, if that makes sense. I haven't tightened up at all. Hell, I don't even know. I don't even know. I never like count the amount of clicks. I don't know how many clicks it was, how BC sends it. But like I was saying, I had like this is gonna sound weird. Like I was saying, I had a hell time adjusting the ride height. I actually had to go. Sorry, my nose is itching bad. I would edit that out in a normal video. I actually had to adjust the ride height in the front by an inch. But what I mean by that is I took a pair of digital calipers. I loosened up the shock, the lock, and I raised it up an inch of thread using a digital caliper. And now it wasn't ride height. That was just shock length of thread length. And then I locked it back down. So I hope that makes sense what I'm talking about. I have not finished editing that video for adjusting it, but am I going to restore the interior on the GMC? New GMC. I don't have a new GMC. I've had that. If you're talking about the 2500, I've had that for 7 years, give or take. I've already painted the dash because when I got that truck initially, the dash was already half peeled up. So I hit it with a pressure washer. I have a video on that. If you type in painting your dashboard, I have a decent how-to. There's more pictures and me talking about it. All right, cool. Yeah, but like I was saying, Ron, an inch of thread on the front, a ½ inch in the back. The back actually is way too high, so maybe a ½ inch of thread on the back would be better. The front literally was an inch of thread length, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm not saying you need to do that. You know, my car's weird with 19s and 20s, and they're +1 size. So, you know, the C6 wide body has much bigger tires than C5. 04, yeah, that's a C5. So, leather seats. You know, I thought about going the cheap route. If you look on eBay, you can buy a lower for like $100, maybe 150. I haven't looked at the price in a while. But there's a guy I've been watching on YouTube called LSX Matt, and obviously LS car. He's got an LSA swapped 3rd gen Camaro. Seat shop. I don't think he used Seat Shop. I think he used leatherseats.com or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, he got a whole sponsored kit, and I might do that because I've got, like, you can tell my truck has an Amazon lower, and it's okay, but it's kind of uncomfortable. But did I say Amazon? I meant eBay. Sorry. It has like a lower eBay leather vinyl, whatever the hell they used, pleather seat cover, and the back is stock. The back is shot. The passenger side lower is shot. The passenger side upper, I think, is fine. Maybe. I don't remember. But yeah, no, I do need to do that. But the first thing I'm going to do is actually the headliner. I don't know if you saw the headliner video on my channel, but yeah, that thing is it looks like crap. So I need to, and honestly, I'm going to farm that out. I'm just going to have a guy come out because he'll charge $200. I think it was the going rate for a truck. He'll come out to your house. He's mobile. I don't have to go anywhere. He'll come out. He'll drop the headliner. He'll take it all apart. He'll rip the fabric off, put new GM. The color is, so he'll put like a new GM color headliner on it, install it, and be done with it. And all I have to do is give him the keys for $200. Yeah, that's a deal right there, and I don't want to dick with it. I didn't mean to say dick with it, but you know what I mean. It's one less thing to screw up. Using that 3M, what the hell is it called? 3M90, M90, 3M90 glue works, but it falls apart after like 6 months, and you have to redo it. I just got to the point where I'm like, yeah, screw it, and then it started drooping from the center. So that's why I'm going to pay a guy just to redo it. The Corvette is called Le Mans Blue. It was available from, it's actually a C5 color, so if Ron's still on, it was a C5 color for a year or two. So I think like maybe 2002, 2003, up until 2008, 2008, something like that. Basically, I think it happened when they switched over. No, that's not true. 2007, they had the LS3. Actually, I was going to say that they dropped Milan's Blue when they got rid of the LS3, or when they brought the LS3 in. But 2007 LS3 Corvette. I don't know what year it was. 2008. Okay. So going back to the year. C6R, yeah, that was the race car. I've been to many IMSA races, or American Le Mans. What the hell are they calling it now? WeatherTech? Yeah, so I've been to many. I've gone to VIR, Road Atlanta, Sebring. I've been to all those races. You're talking about the Pratt and Miller RS cars. They only made 7 of them. A guy just posted that on one of the Facebook groups. It was a yellow one. Daniel, you might be that guy. I don't know. There was a guy on, hell, I don't know. It was either ZR1 Owners Group or C6ZR1. Oh, hey, Ron. There you go. Commemorative. Does yours have the carbon fiber hood? I think it had a silver and red stripe package on it, maybe. Like a silver sticker. It had the first production carbon fiber hood. And there was some weird C5 package. It was like 1 year only. That was the Z06. Okay. How do you think GM can fix what? GM fixability? Is that what you're asking for? I think GM cars are fairly easy to work on. Let me just say this. The biggest pain in the ass on a C6 Corvette is the steering rack. Reliability. If I didn't tear my car apart, it'd be fine. Like, I bought an extended warranty on my C6. I literally never used it. When I bought my SS, the whole Chevy SS, Holden Commodore, whatever the hell you want to call it, I've never had an issue with the car. It's never left me stranded. My truck, which is 15 years old, has only left me stranded once, and guess what? It died in my driveway. So if you even count that as being stranded, I've had 0 issues with it. Now, that being said, I am very mechanically involved. So if I see a problem, I fix it. You know, if I go in to modify something and I know there's a common, issue, whether it's like a bushing, a bolt, whatever, I'll go in and fix that, make that update that they did on later years. I do that. So, that's kind of my thing. I've blown one motor that was a 1990 Chevy Beretta GTC. That was at the drag strip, and that was 20 years ago. Oh my God, I can't believe I can say that. Yeah, that was about 20 years ago. So, of all my Chevys, that's the only one that I've messed up, and that's a story we don't need to talk about. But yeah, I mean, hell, to be honest, man, Daniel, my Corvette's making double the horsepower it was stock. It's making 700 plus to the tire. That's like 800 crank. Minus the few upgrades I've done inside the motor with ported heads and valve springs, it's been a champ. So like a rock, yeah. Some things are just stupid on, but I think every car has a stupid problem, but just the way it is. What do you think about sound of bit 2009 ZR1? My car is a ZR1-ish. And what I mean by that, it's a 2300. It's a 6. Well, I got a 6.0 liter, 6.2 liter. And I've got the same header, same. I actually have an LS9 cam in my car, so I think ZR1s are fine. I think if you want to go crazy, go buy a ZR1. Go buy a Kong 2650, which I kind of want to buy, and go nuts. Go have 1100 horsepower. Of course, you'll need to update things with that. Motor. You need a forged bottom end. Well, the ZR1s I think can take 900 wheel reliably. I'm not sure about 1,000. I haven't seen too many ZR1s with stock bottom end on 1,000 horsepower. So if you have a built motor, you can push 23 psi and make 1,200 horsepower. So clutch won't last. That needs to be replaced. First June Silverado. They usually do release the trucks in the summer. Unless there was some special, I don't know. The Silverados, they did these Texas editions. But honestly, I think they're just decals. So unless they did a launch model, I know they do that with the Toyota. The Supras had these launch editions. Unless you got some kind of weird launch edition, Trail Boss, whatever. No, I don't think any modern car will be collectible. Just because they made a million trucks, if that makes sense. The C6. I keep seeing these news articles where a C6 will be collectible. Silverado SS collectible? No. Like, it was a special edition, yeah. You might be able to get a little bit more money from it, but the all-wheel drive system on those suck. So, it's a mixed bag. The four-wheel drives are much more reliable. It's same problem with the Trailblazer SS. You launch the damn thing 3 times, and you spin a bearing. And the reason that happens is because the all-wheel drive transfer case literally goes through the oil pan. So here's your oil pan. I'm not sure about the Silverado, but the Trailblazer literally has an axle go through. Has anyone restored a Chevy You got to tell me a year, man. I don't know what year. Like late model Are you talking a 75? The older trucks are obviously worth money, but late model, it's not really restoration. You're just fixing it, if that makes sense. Yes, they're 15 years old, but it's not a, you know what I mean? It's not, you're not taking the frame off the cab. You're not taking the cab off. You're not restoring the frame. You're not replacing the frame. You're replacing worn suspension pieces. I don't consider that a restoration. I consider that just getting it back on the road. '99. Again, it's just a 20-year-old truck with put new parts on it. You know, suspension, brakes, tires, whatever. Maybe, this is going to sound bad, but maybe, what would be the proper term? Unscrewing up. You know, a truck that old could have, maybe it's had 6 owners, and yeah, LMC, but they don't make anything late model. LMC goes up until 1998, the old square bodies, or OBS, and I forget the terms. I think OBS was 94 to, well, I wouldn't buy a rusty truck if that was me. Depending on where you live, unfortunately, hell, my truck has rust on it. You know, and am I going to fix it? No. Hell, you can still get new panels from GM. That's the other thing. It's like, until they come up with a new dashboard, what else screws up on the trucks? Cab corners. 2016. I've got a bumper off of 16. But like I said, late model, they're all the same. Yeah, I mean, until, how do you say this? 16 Colorado, is that the new style? My neighbor has one. He's got a, what the hell were those called? Trail? He's got the off-roady one. But this is like an 18. Something like that. Yeah, that's the same body style. I think they're okay. Just don't buy the Duramax CR2. Yeah, don't buy the Duramax. Get the V6. Hell, I think they should put an LT in it. Not that it's even. I actually got a cool story about that V6. So, Chuck Mallet, however you say it, it's French. He actually moved his shop from, it was either Michigan or Ohio to here. Hey, old crony. You were on here last week, I think. But back to Daniel. Chuck Mallet makes a supercharger for that V6. I think it's like expensive. I'm not sure if he still makes it, but you could put a blower on those for like, I don't know, $6,000–7,000, hopefully. And it sounds pretty mean. It still sounds like a damn V6, but what else are you gonna do? It's a V6. Hank Williams Jr. Yeah, I'm not a OG country fan. Like, I've been listening to country more in the later part of my life, and I really like Chris Stapleton. He's like, him and Luke Combs are kind of like my 2 current artists of country that I like. Timing chain, yeah, not surprising. replace it once and drive for another 50,000 miles. I mean, maybe it's 100,000. I don't know what the service life is. Hell, any LS with 100,000 miles should probably have the timing chain replaced because they stretch. Oh, sorry, man. How do you keep the trucks from rusting? You know, where do you live, Daniel? Do you live in the Northeast or Canada? Well, it's on high. Like we don't typically run the AC up here. It's on the weekend, so it was almost 80 up here when I came up here. An hour. Holy crap! We've been on here for an hour 20 minutes. Wow. New York. My suggestion would be that, is it New Hampshire Oil? I've seen their ads. Basically, get your truck, take it to a service center. I think it's called NH Oil. And have it oil coated every year because the other products just don't last. NH Oil Undercoating Inc. That's what my buddies. They live in upstate New York, so they probably get more snow. Check out NH Oil Coating. Have them coat your truck every year. I hope that helps. Unfortunately, you live in the salt belt, rust belt, whatever the hell you want to call it, and your new truck's going to rust within 2 years. Can rust within 2 years. Is the 16 Colorado a good first vehicle? Should be. I mean, I don't think the Colorados have the transmission issues the full size do. And what I mean by that is the 8 speeds. They get this torque converter shutter. Hell, the CTS V3s have torque converter shutter. GM replaced the torque converters, didn't freaking work. They replaced it again, didn't freaking work. Then they put a different transmission oil in it, and it magically fixed it. I don't know how the hell a transmission fluid can fix a shuttering torque converter. Sorry. But whatever. It's called Emissions in California. And yes, it Cami. Oh, and that's right. New York has the same emission standards as California. So good luck. Because freaking... I'll say this, Crony. I've got a buddy that lives in upstate New York, salt, rust, all that crap. He put on every product you can imagine. So like lizard skin, Line-X, undercoating, whatever. And it all rusted and it ate. He actually came down here to the south, to North Carolina, bought a rust-free truck. And it killed his truck within 7 years? Yeah, 8th frame. So I'm not sure there is a good resolution for protecting frames and body panels. Crony, you mentioned where you were from. I already forgot. I think it was up north. I don't remember. But anyways, we've been on here a while. Hey, the 8 other people, if you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to comment. And you can comment on your phone. I just showed you. ...2008 Silverado. I wouldn't know. I don't own a 2008. I have an 05. So I don't have the newer body style. I don't. if they crack like the Dodges do. Actually, old crony might know about this. If you look at the Dodge dashboard, it cracks. If the GM ones do that, I'm sorry, I don't know. You think Canada's humid? Come down here. Come down here in August, and you'll see some humidity. Update the navigation map. Upload it to a computer. Which are you talking about, the Corvette or the? Did we do that video? Man, I don't remember. If we did that video, yeah, it's the old style. I'm not sure. 2008. I would think that has a better nav system in it. It could be archaic like the trucks. I don't know. See, when they redid the trucks in 2007 to 2008, 2007 was the classic. The 2008 had the new dashboard. I don't know what they did with the nav. I don't think it's the same. But with my truck and Corvette, you burn it to a DVD. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't doubt that. But I laugh at the Dodges because you can like punch it and chunks of dashboard will go flying. I've seen it. So I've seen someone do it on video, and I just laugh my butt off every time I see that. I think with the Chevys they crack, but they don't like splinter and like fly up. I saw a guy driving his truck. He got pissed. And the whole truck dash just started flying up and hitting him in the face. He threw chunks of it out the window. I have to find that video. But I know specifically the Dodges do that, and LMC actually will sell you a new dashboard cover that has the, what do you call it, the UV protection, whatever the hell they need for the dashboards. They usually have that in there. I think you got a Cummins in that, right? Yeah, I got to find that video. That's just too funny. Guy punches Dodge dashboard.
Like this dash is like ate up with a case of the big hole, dude. I want to show you the.
That's might not be the one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. That's a ripoff. Oh, anyway, I can't find it. .1 1500. What are you trying to put the 8.1 in? If you're trying to take that 99 and stick it in your, I think the 8.1s only came on the 2500s. Yeah, I don't think the 1500 you're gonna have to do a lot. I think there's a frame difference. I think there's a body height difference. I hate to say it, but sell the 99 and buy a 8.1. Those trucks should be cheap enough to where you're not, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have to do so much crap to make that 8.1 fit. Just buy an 8.1 and go with it. Actually, buy an 8.1 if it's rusted out. Swap your cab over if you have the 99. If you do, swap all the good stuff from your 99 onto the 8.1. I don't know what else to say. I wouldn't bother swapping that because it costs you 10. It might cost you $5,000 to $10,000 to swap the motor. Oh, then yeah, just buy an 8.1. Excuse me. Boy, ain't that the truth. Yeah, I'm looking into belt drive conversions. Dude, the North Star is a piece of shit. That's got to be the worst motor on the planet. Even fixed, they're pieces of crap. That is the worst. You buy a motor that literally will crack in half. Get the bolts back out. Like, no, that. I think he's talking about the North Star V8. It was in the Oldsmobile Aurora. I think it was in the STS-V. Yeah, those engines are garbage. I would never. Actually, they were in the XLR. I'm pretty sure they're in the Cadillac XLR too. XLR-V. I literally see like a loading, spinning logo by your icon. I have no idea. I can put users in timeout. That's awesome. Oh, was my video glitching? As far as I know, I'm still on here. Oh, weird. Yeah, like literally, I'm looking over by your icon. Actually, you're more there, and I see like the Windows loading icon, if that makes sense. That's weird. I've literally never seen that before. Okay. Thank you, Ron and Crony, for confirming. Weird. Are we? Could be Charter or Spectrum, whatever the hell we call it. Their internet sucks. Do I have the Windows stick for my GMC? No. And I'm not paying GM $100 to buy one, if they even offer it. For some cars, depending on what you can actually buy. Scott. Okay, well, that should be easy to remember. It's my brother's name. No, I don't have the window sticker. Maybe you're trying to... Yeah, it was either for the SS or my Corvette. You could buy a the original window sticker through GM, and it was some stupid fee of $75 to $100. I could be wrong about the price, but it wasn't cheap. It wasn't $20. It was like $100, something like that. And I'm like, no, I'm good. The only car I have the sticker for is my SS. And I'll be honest, I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere in this office or house. So, man, I was going to edit videos tonight. That probably, actually, that might still happen. Oh, excuse me, guys. Ugh. Yeah, for $100. CVO of GG. Chief of Vehicle Operations. I'll be honest, man. I wouldn't work for GM. Just saying. Actually, is all my family out? Yeah, all my relatives that work for GM are gone. They've retired or moved on to better jobs. Just, yeah. I'll say this. If cars is your hobby, don't make it your career. Because you'll end up hating cars. I've seen too many people do that. Keep it as your hobby. Kind of like me. I like cars a lot, but do I want to sell, work, maintain them? No. Just a fair warning. Life advice from someone who's been in the field for a while. Working for a while. Yeah, me too. I pretty much probably wouldn't make it a day. If I was a ASE certified tech, man, and some of the projects I take on, the XLR, buy a C5. It'll have a lot less issues. I think the motor sucks. I think the top has issues. I could be wrong about that. The hardtop convertible, I think that has issues. It's basically a Corvette. Actually, I'll tell you this. If you want an XLR, find one that has an LS motor in it. You won't have any problems. I'm fairly relaxed. It just takes a lot for me to get pissed off, and when I do, it's it's not good. I agree with you, Scott. All right. Why do LED taillights cost so much? For what car? I mean, I asked that because, you know, a lot of cars have LED taillights. If you're talking about a set for a truck, dude, those should be cheap. They should be like $100. Are you thinking of the Escalade? Those have big LED taillights. The XLR Corvette chassis car taillights are like that. I doubt they even have it. I doubt they're even LED. Could be wrong about that. Yeah, those taillights are tiny. Cab lights in my 99 Dodge Ram. Are you talking about like the 2500 and up amber lights on top? Hey, if that's what you want, that's cool. Just don't seal it with silicone. Use something that won't rust, cause corrosion. Wow, there's 9, 10 people. If you guys have any more comments, feel free to join in. Scott and Daniel, BC, British Columbia, maybe. I don't know, whatever BC stands for. I pretty much go until people stop talking or I don't want to do this anymore. I mean, I used to advertise them, and now I'm just kind of whatever. Because the problem with like posting, like, hey, I'm going to do a live stream at like 9 o'clock, I have to arrange my whole weekend or at least that day. And I hate being on timelines on my day off. My dad has a 2000 Dodge Ram 3500. Okay, is that the... I don't know what body style that was. Oh, okay. That's the Twister truck. That'd be cool. Daniel's probably never even heard the movie called Twister. Hell, he probably don't even know who Bill Paxton is. Wow. That truck would be cool. I hope it's not rusty. It's the dually second gen body style. Man, what movie was it? So this body style was out in the movie. They had one in Die Hard. Was it the third one? Die Hard with a Vengeance, where they're blowing up stuff in New York. Yeah. God, what year was that? I don't even know. They had a black one in Die Hard. Don't ask me why I remember that. I just remember that truck. That had to have been 96. Year 1995. Wow, yeah. They had a black one. Twister's a good movie. I like that one. Patriot blue dually with leather and wood grain. It's not wood grain panel on the outside, is it? Is that just the interior? Dude, trucks, that's old school. He hasn't filmed that in probably a decade. It's a good show. It wasn't. But the problem that David even admitted on that show was all his trucks got destroyed except for Project Copperhead. Wood game. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh, that really crappy Bronco he built. They painted that thing like a submarine. I don't think he started Sergeant Rock on trucks. I thought he exclusively did that on his gears. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but I would buy that truck for parts and put something. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's sentimental, but if the frame's bad, the roof's bad, the doors are bad, there's not much good of it unless you take the Cummins out of it and put that in something else. Just a suggestion. Buy a parts truck. Wi-Fi, no. Hell, GM didn't get Wi-Fi until like, God, my SS didn't get it until 16 or 17. So I doubt the Silverado did. Yeah, GM is so far behind on technology. I would imagine the Wi-Fi wasn't until okay. Hey, if you want to work on it, that's cool. Truck videos seem to do pretty well on YouTube. I don't know if you would film that, but that would be cool. He said something else I missed. Chevy SR, piece of shit. Yeah. The problem with the SSR is it's a Trailblazer. It's trying to look like a Corvette. And it's just not a good it's just not a good platform. Intimidator Silverado. If you're talking about the Joe Gibbs, was it Joe Gibbs? Some of the Silverados had a supercharged option. I don't. They made an Intimidator Camaro. I don't know about a Silverado. Like the Joe Gibbs truck I'm thinking of had a blower. I think it was manual, but it was a real weak drivetrain. Something spinning in the fan. Oh, it's the adjusters. Intimidator Silverado. You've piqued my curiosity. The only reason I'm interested is because Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet is just up the road. Intimidator Silverado. Oh, they did make one. Okay. Honestly, man, that's just an SS with some stickers on it. Yeah. Is that a spoiler? Yeah. Ugh. It's got a spoiler on it. It's got some headrest. That's not going to be a collector. That literally is a dealer package. Man, this one's clean. Oh, it's brand new. That's why. Excuse me. Trying to find a. I can't find one engine picture. What the hell? Intimidator SS 2006. Minor appearance upgrades, spoiler, embroidered headrest, and badging. They only made 933. Honestly, man, buy something else. It's just a sticker package. Find the Joe Gibbs truck, you'd be much happier. Your. Thanks, Kevin. I won't share that. 2000. Built brand new Dodge dually. Hey, if the Dodge parts are cheap, like the Silverado and the Sierras are, go for it. Like, you wouldn't believe how cheap truck parts are, at least for GMs. Why did the Lightning have horrible taillights? Ask Ford. I'm not a Ford fan. How much will I think it will what? Kevin, now that you've said that, that is the only thing I can concentrate. Anyway. If it's rust-free, shouldn't it be in good condition and not need restoration? I got you. Excuse me, guys. Man, I'm going to hop off here soon. I ain't going past 2 hours. Dodge parts are cheap. I hope. I've seen a lot of new YouTubers, not new, but a lot of YouTubers doing late model Dodges, and man, like 8 months to get parts. I mean, I guess they're special. They're Hellcat, they're Trailhawk. You know, these guys are buying all these Dodge late model parts, and it's like months. I mean, that's the good thing about an old truck is pretty much all the Dorman and Chinese companies are making parts for them. So is it legal to restore a vehicle completely, put the odometer to 0? No. That would be odometer fraud, and probably oh, okay. I thought you were Scott, I thought you were messing with the other guy for a second. I'm like, rust free. I'm like, what? Rust free, famous dude. I don't know who Arvid is. Nice. Why are the bow ties cheap? Because they're made in China. China. I googled that name. Apparently, it's a property in Arkansas. Mountain View, Arkansas. What the hell? Man, Google will get you some weird stuff. There's even an IMDb page, Internet Movie Database. Quadristeer is crap, and they will never bring that back. Quadristeer breaks on a good day. There's a reason why no one else had four-wheel steering. Hell, even the JDM cars. Yeah, I got you the first time. The quadristeers are garbage. And if you break it, good luck finding replacement parts. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why there's a ranch in Arkansas named after the guy. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, the quadristeers, you can't. GM doesn't make replacement parts. If it breaks, I think it puts the truck in limp home mode unless you disable it. And then even on the JDM cars, that's fine. The JDM cars like the GTR, the R32, R33 Skylines. I think they call it the Hickus, whatever the hell the rear steer is called, and they disable it. Oh, excuse me, guys. Ugh. Wow. Oh, there's literally a ranch called the Norway Ranch. Interesting. 2,800 square feet. It was built in 2007. Sold in 2019 for $275,000. Interesting. Nice. Silver, orange, metallic. So I can't read. Orange metallic. Yeah, that orange metallic was late model. It wasn't an 02 though. I think it was a Corvette color. Wait, they had that on a Grand. I know the Avalanche. It was a Corvette color, and then it was a Grand Am color. I think they even had it on a Cavalier. Rare Sunset Orange. 2001. Oh, I guess they had an early version of that. Sunset Orange Metallic. Do you know how many cars that's been on? Anyway. The video with the house under construction. Why the hell would I fix OnStar? My Corvette never came with it. The GMC, I wouldn't fix it. And for the SS, I don't know why I pay for it. OnStar is junk. All right, so what are we looking? I don't even know what we're looking up. I got way too much stuff open. All right, wow, we went over 9. We went over 2 hours. I'm gonna wrap this up. Cadillac Coupe de Ville convertible made by Coach Builders. That's cool. I don't have old stories like that. I wish I did. Like, all the cars I had growing up were crap. Plus, they sold them all. My dad had a 71 or 72 Nova. I think it had a 383 stroker in it. I never saw it, or if I did see it, I was too little to remember. Thanks, Scott. But yeah, we never had cool cars growing up. We literally had station wagons. I mean, we had 2 of them at one time. Daniel, I already answered your question. Ask Ford. We had 2 station wagons at one time, and that was before. I'm old enough to where minivans didn't exist, or if they did, they weren't popular. So yeah, I literally grew up in station wagons, so I didn't have any cool cars as kids to ride along as kids. I mean, I got to ride backwards in station wagons. It's not the only cool thing, if that's even cool. Was sit in the back of station wagon, but yeah, we always had crap cars. Nice. All right. Well, if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free. I'll reply to them. What else going on? Next week will be 3800 V6. No, they don't. That's a trash engine too. The L67 was cool only because it had a very inefficient supercharger on it, and I had one of those for years. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Next week will be Corvette video. Nice. I'll say this for the video, off-roading video we have. This is the first time I've had passengers back there in like 5 years. So, truck video will be 3 weeks from now. Next week is Corvette, the coilover install. Someone asked about that earlier. The preceding video will be the following video will be another Corvette video. The ZR1 subframe. Then we'll get back to the truck, like 5 videos, maybe 4. Just depends. Then we'll get back to it. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, comments, comment down below. I'll get back to them when I can. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, BonecrrusherSS, and hit that subscribe button. Oh, and check out our website, BonecrrusherSS.com. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.